If you guys want to go on a spooky maze, spooky scarecrow here, 84 degrees on Saturday. Could be a good day to go. Amazing weather if you get it. Okay, going into Sunday, 70 degrees, a little bit of a better day. Behind me here is Hurricane Beryl, and it is just continuing to barrel into the Caribbean right now. In the 70s and then dropping into the 60s by the time you're packing up with your candy and going home. Hopefully all that cold weather that we had last night is gonna kind of shock the trees into not producing a whole lot of pollen. And it is tracking its way towards Kennesaw and Woodstock as of now, 10 minutes out from Kennesaw. So if you guys are anywhere in there, please take cover now as a potentially dangerous tornado is making its way towards you. By wintry precipitation, I mean sleet, freezing rain, and maybe just some really cold rain as well. That's not going to be any stuff that you want to get in and play in. They're starting to ramp up here. This is tropical storm force wind gusts, and it's still not quite here yet. So they're going to be intensifying well into the night. A couple showers here and there are going to be popping up over much of the region here, and cloud cover everywhere in Georgia, unfortunately. So those humidity values will be decreasing going into Saturday and Sunday. Those heat indexes will not be triple digits like we've been seeing them 108 today. During your date night, you guys could be expected to see a temperature right around 55 degrees. Grasses are at moderate amounts and weeds are at high pollen counts as well. So all these combined, it is just an absolute party for your sinuses out there. We do have a heavy stretch of rainfall from LaGrange all the way down to Madison here. That's where some of the heaviest rainfall can be found, especially on Saturday evening. Going into your nationwide look though, the 90s, they're widespread. We have a heat dome all the way from Philadelphia down into Texas and New Mexico. That's going to be trying to ease up though as we go into your 4th of July night, and that is going to be making for a decent firework night. 11 o'clock is about the sweet spot for when it's going to be making landfall onto the Big Bend of Florida here, just south of Tallahassee. And as we go into 12 to 1 a.m., it will be making its way across the Florida-Georgia line, bringing hurricane force wind gusts. We're going to be colder than average here, and there's just a big bullseye right over the southeast. We have this jet stream that's really going to be stagnant over the next really 6 to 10 days here, going to be allowing for some colder air to really infiltrate into our region and allow for some of this moisture down here to be brought up as well. We're going to be having a colder and wetter next 6 to 10 days. It's going to be feeling good outside during the day. Not so much during night. 36 degrees, clear skies. There is a frost warning in effect for North Georgia, so if you have any dogs or any plants or anything outside, bring them on in for tonight. So most of those Halloween activities are going to be fading out before some of this rain starts making its way through, unless you're still trick-or-treating at 2:30 a.m. Catastrophic amounts of flooding associated with significant river flooding and landslides will be possible, especially up here in the mountains from the tri-state area up into the Blue Ridge Mountains in the Carolinas. You guys could be seeing some mudslides and landslides as well. The last 24 to 36 hours has been because of a predecessor rain event. This is not to do anything with the hurricane. It is getting some of that moisture from the hurricane, but it is something completely different. So what we've seen is not the hurricane. In fact, we will be seeing the hurricane tonight. We're gonna be ramping up in temperature and humidity. We're gonna be sizzling at 100 degrees tomorrow. The sun's trying to set, so those temperatures are going to be falling off a cliff going into the next hour or so. Well, good afternoon, everybody. I am student meteorologist Justin Williams here to give you today's North Georgia weather forecast. Taking a look at our Skycam over the University of Georgia campus here, Sanford Stadium right here in the heart of the picture. Blue skies is all I see with plenty of sunshine here in Athens, and that is pretty much the same for much of the North Georgia region. And in terms of your temperatures, everyone is sitting pretty much in the low 70s here. 72 degrees here in Athens with a slight breeze here and there, and that humidity is bone dry. It is very, very low, making for a pretty nice day. So if you guys are just now getting off work, get on out there and enjoy the weather. It's going to be a pretty nice rest of your day, and it's going to be a nice day tomorrow as well. In terms of your tonight's conditions, though, we got to get on through tonight. It's going to be pretty cold. We're going to be diving on down into the low 40s. For much of the North Georgia area. 43 degrees is what we're going to be sitting at here in Athens with clear skies expected. Those clear skies will be remaining for much of tomorrow. Sunny skies and blue skies for much of the day tomorrow with highs into the upper 70s for much of the North Georgia region. 77 degrees here in Athens, Georgia is going to be your high. But your temperature outlook, this is essentially just the chance that you could be seeing some higher than average temperatures. And as you guys can see, Georgia pretty much is at the bullseye of some above average chances that you guys could be seeing higher than average temperatures. So essentially what this means for Easter is that it's going to be a pretty hot Easter weekend essentially. So 8 a.m. it's going to be starting off pretty modest, 63 degrees, pretty nice cloud cover, making everything feel pretty nice. Even 12 p.m. is going to be pretty nice, but 4 p.m. going into your later evening hours, the sun's going to be poking its head. Summer, you could even say, is going to be poking its head on Easter Sunday. And the highs are going to be cranking on up on into the mid to upper 80s for much of northern Georgia. 85 degrees by 4 p.m. here in Athens, Georgia. If you guys are doing your Easter festivities outside, including those Easter egg hunts, make sure to stay hydrated, as it's going to be a hot one going into your Easter weekend. Your 7-day forecast, essentially, we're going to be on a roller coaster. We're going to be going up, 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 up. And then the weekend, it's going to be right there at the peak temperatures into the mid to upper 80s for much of the weekend here. But then after that, we're going to be going on down. We're going to be having some rain, going to be crashing our party here, making everything soggy and a little bit colder with temperatures kind of narrowing on down into the lower 80s after that. So no more upper 80s going into your next week, but we will be seeing a chance for storms